Let's get more news about Dallas Cowboys, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys star fires back at Jerry Jones' disrespectful suggestion. The Dallas Cowboys are no strangers to drama. Labeled as America's team, part of that brand has been built on the ruthless ways of Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and a team that won 3 Super Bowls during the 1990s. But without a championship since 1996, the luster of that drama has worn off. Jones is still at it as he called out a Cowboys star this offseason, and clearly, the veteran had enough. With one post on social media, he fired back at Jones's criticisms and left the door open for a rebound season that could lead Dallas back into contention this fall. Trayvon Diggs posts YouTube series on ACL recovery after Jerry Jones's comments. Trayvon Diggs took to social media on Monday evening to announce the release of a YouTube series documenting his return from an ACL. The 26-year-old also added some commentary on his rehab, saying he came back from the injury 2 months earlier than expected last season. "My ACL rehab journey was very successful," Diggs said on his X account. "I ended up coming back to play 2 months sooner than I was supposed to. Follow my journey as I give you direct insight on how I did just that. Thankful for everyone who played a role with getting back out there." In a league that has mastered behind-the-scenes content from training camp, to in-season, to everyday life, it's not a surprise that Diggs documented his rehab. But the timing is hilarious after Jones criticized his rehab from the ACL injury and a current January procedure that is keeping Diggs on the sidelines during OTAs. "We have a good idea," Jones said when asked about Diggs' availability last month. "He's working hard. That's very important because if he will be very good and diligent in his rehab process, then he'll get back quicker. And when he does get back, he'll be sounder. If he has not worked as hard, he is more subject to injury. He learned that one time. I have a lot of hope that his actual rehab and experience from the time before is really helping him out. I think it is." If you connect the dots, Diggs is showing Jones the receipts that he indeed worked hard enough to return from injury. But there are some things that may validate Jones's stance. Diggs did return and had an interception in the Cowboys' season-opening win over the Cleveland Browns, but he had just 42 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and 11 pass deflections in 11 games before missing 6 of the final 7 games due to injury. Diggs also ranked 79th among 128 qualifying corners with a 60.3 PFF grade in coverage last season and was a far cry from the player who grabbed 11 interceptions during his sophomore season in 2021. The Cowboys hedged their bets by taking East Carolina cornerback Siobhan Revel Jr. in the 3rd round of last month's draft, and they could get the last laugh as Diggs's 5-year, $97 million contract becomes cuttable with $12.5 million in cap savings next offseason. But until then, it will be a war of words and perhaps more drama between Jones and a star player. First look at Jaden Blue in Cowboys uniform leaves fans divided. The Dallas Cowboys knocked it out of the park in the NFL draft, so it speaks volumes that 5th-round pick Jaden Blue is generating the most buzz of any pick. Then again, running back is a lot of fans' favorite position, so it makes sense why folks are gravitating toward Blue. What has Cowboys fans divided, though, is Blue's jersey number. The former Texas speedster was the only Dallas draft pick to appear at the NFL Rookie Premiere, so the fan base got to see Blue in his full Cowboys uniform for the first time. While Blue's number 34 was aesthetically pleasing in the team's practice jersey, the game day uniform left something to be desired. Cowboys fans are split on rookie RB Jaden Blue's jersey number. Is number 34 an egregious number for a running back? Not one bit. NFL legends Earl Campbell and Walter Payton both rep number 34. Cowboys legend Tony Dorsett wore number 33 on his way to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Fellow Hall of Fame running backs Jim Brown and Marcus Allen donned the number 32 jersey for their entire careers. Having said that, Blue looked special in the number 23 at Texas. Unfortunately, that number currently belongs to linebacker Buddy Johnson. A Dallas native, Johnson has spent the last 2 seasons with Dallas. He was a practice squad mainstay in 2023 before appearing in 14 games last season. He only played 5 defensive snaps, but was a key cog on special teams, playing 83% of the snaps. You never know how the roster battle will shake out, especially with Dan Sorensen stepping in as special teams coordinator. Johnson wore number 57 with the Cowboys last season. He also repped number 45 and number 51 with the Steelers before joining America's team. Maybe he and Blue can work out a deal so the latter can honor his Longhorn roots. Most football fans would agree that the number 23 should not be worn by a linebacker. Again, number 34 is not a heinous number for a running back. Far from it. But Blue's appearance at the NFL Rookie Premiere fell short of expectation relative to his debut in a Dallas practice uniform. He belongs in the number 23 jersey. Cowboys trade pitch moves Dak Prescott to Steelers for 3 first-rounders. The Dallas Cowboys have done what they've needed to do during the offseason, but some still don't believe they have a chance to win a Super Bowl. If the Cowboys want to move on from some of their top players, which wouldn't make much sense after their latest move to trade for George Pickens of the Pittsburgh Steelers, perhaps somebody like Dak Prescott could be available. Prescott, one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in NFL history, would be loved by other teams around the league, including the Steelers. With the Pittsburgh Steelers hoping to get an answer from Aaron Rodgers in the next few weeks, it remains uncertain what they plan to do at the position if he doesn't sign with them. The Steelers have Mason Rudolph as their QB1, so there's no debating that the Dallas Cowboys star would be much better than what they currently have. The issue with that, however, is the price tag that comes along with Prescott, not only as a contract, but in a potential trade. The trade idea. In a proposed idea from Robert Mays of The Athletic, the Cowboys would send him to the Steelers for a deal that includes 3 first-round picks, a ridiculous price for any player in the NFL. Let's just say you can get under the financials, the Cowboys would trade Dak for the right price, Mays said. The Dak, Kyler, Murray range is probably where I land. I think it's the right answer. If you called the Cowboys right now, again, if they traded him after June 1st, in theory it would be possible. If you called the Cowboys right now like we'll give you 3 first-round picks for Dak, I think they would do it, Mays added. If the Dallas Cowboys could get 3 picks in return for Prescott, it wouldn't be out of the picture to suggest that they would think about moving on from him. Could this trade be realistic? Ultimately, it's very unlikely that the Pittsburgh Steelers would ever consider trading 3 first-round picks for any player, especially Prescott. Some have suggested that the Dallas Cowboys aren't as good as they could be because of Prescott. That includes Chris Sims, who believes that the Cowboys starter isn't near the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL and that there will be a spotlight on his play this season. I don't want to say he's holding them back, but he is the highest-paid player in football, and I would say he's not near the top 5 quarterback in football, so that's gotta match up a little bit better, right? Is he even a top 10 quarterback? I don't know about that either. So, his play, there'll be a spotlight on that, Sims said. For the Steelers, Prescott would be a better option than Rodgers, too, who's already 41 years old. If all they have to do is give Rodgers around $10 to $15 million, however, it'd be much easier to live with that not working out than trading for Prescott and having him not play the football that they're hoping for.